Welcome, beautiful people. Welcome to yet another video. I know it has been, well, technically a whole month since I have been on here, but I am back. Now, life has happened to me, but I hope things will get better from here on and hopefully we'll move forward. I have missed you guys so much, and Chelsea has just been disappointing over and over and over. It's not that I've not been following the news. I've just not been good. I've just not been in a very good space, but I'm glad to be back, and I hope you guys are eager to see the content that I have for you. I have so much content packed up for you guys, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Now, while I've been away, so many things have been happening, but the major loss that we have faced. First of all, we are out of the Champions League. Second of all, we are in the bottom half of the Premier League, something that has not happened, I think, 30 years, and this is just sad. Now, I'm trying to give the owners the benefit of doubt. I mean, this is a new sport they're getting into, and they're trying to maneuver their way around it. There's a lot to deal with, PR stuff, and of course they tried to use a cheat code by bringing all the Brighton stuff to come to Chelsea, but that clearly did not work out. So in terms of Chelsea, what has been going on? What has been happening? What games have we been able to win, if any? And all in all, where are we as a club, and where are we moving forward as we go on? You know, once the blue, always the blue, so we have to stick with our team through thick and thin. So in terms of Chelsea, I'll be diving into it in a little bit. So if you're new to the channel, please make sure you like the video, share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. Now let's jump right into it. Now, while I was away, as I mentioned, we were kicked out of the Champions League with an aggregate of 4 goals. 4 goals to nothing by Real Madrid. But with the way our season has been going, honestly, we did not stand a chance. But you know, you just have to stay positive and hope for the best. But you know, Chelsea will find a way to F up your plans, F up your weekend, F up everything that's going on in your life. But hey, you know what? You gotta cheer yourself up and you gotta move. So we've been kicked out of the Champions League. But in terms of the Champions League, I thought I would mention this. I saw a tweet about this, and someone mentioned that I cannot believe Lukaku is just a semi-final away from winning the Champions League. But if Inter Milan are able to actually get to the final, that will be a very interesting final to see. Now, in terms of the Champions League also, while we're at it, I thought I would mention, now, of course, in terms of semi-final, Inter Milan versus AC Milan, and then we also have Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Now, Real Madrid versus Manchester City ended up with a 1-1 draw, and that's a very interesting game. I'm looking forward to the second leg, and hopefully to see the final, and we'll see who will proceed to the final. I'm looking forward to that. Of course, we have dropped out, but hey, we have to move on. We cannot keep wallowing in our tears, and we just have to forge on ahead and move on. So now, while I was away, it has been long. While I was away, we had just won 3 matches back to back, and I was thinking, you know what? We know what we're doing. We finally have a hand on this, and we are finally getting ahead on, you know, with our players are finally getting chemistry. We had just had 3 wins back to back. The last time I was on here was when we won Leicester City with a 3-0 or 3-1 win, if I'm not wrong. So while I was away, let us go through what has happened while I was away. We have not had any win. Well, apart from the recent game that we won against Bournemouth with a 3-1 win, all the rest of the games have been draws, but most of them have been losses. This was so bad, and this is so bad, but you know what? This is just the first season with the new owners. I'm trying to give them again the benefit of doubt, and hopefully we are able to pick up our pieces, and next season, or if we're able to bring in Pochettino towards the end of the season, because there have been rumors circulating about that. I'll get into that news a bit later. But if we're able to pick up the pieces, hopefully prepare throughout the preseason, the summer signings, we'll be making, I think, at least or at most 2 or 3. If we're feeling a bit flamboyant, maybe 4 or 5. But we will be letting go of a lot of players. That is for sure. That is for sure, because so many players have not been getting play time, and it's just unfortunate. There's been a lot of contract disagreements, a lot of contract stalling. So I'd like to see, and I'll be keeping you updated on the summer signings and what's going on. But in terms of the games that I have missed while I was away, guys. So the first game, we had a draw against Everton, a 2-2 draw against Everton. Then we had a loss, we had a 2-0 loss against Aston Villa. We had a draw against Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool is a fairly strong team, so I think we tried in that game. I think I would like to give us that for now. Then all the rest of the games were losses. Now it just depends on how you look at it. Now we had a 1-0 loss against Wolves, a 2-0 loss against Real Madrid, a 2-1 loss against Brighton, a 2-0 loss against Real Madrid, a 2-0 loss against Brentford, and finally a 3-1 loss against Arsenal. Loss or draw, and then finally a win. Now I just saw this, and I mean, we have lost we have lost 20 matches this season, and the last time this happened was 30 years ago, where we were relegated and we lost 16 games and we were relegated to Division 1. So I mean, this was the 87-88 year. So I mean, I just didn't think it would be this bad, because I know as Chelsea, yes, sometimes the manager might not be filling in the shoes of the player, might not be satisfying the player's needs, or might not be as charismatic as what they might be needing as players. But in terms of Chelsea, we have just been on a downward hill spiral, and a miracle is not even sufficient. But you know what? It's just this season. And I am hopeful that once we're able to get our books in order, once we're able to get a good coach who is able to manage all these talents, I fear that we might lose some of the talents that we have due to the number of players that we have. I mean, we made so many signings, elite players, but we're not seeing the results. So hey, we have to do the best that we can and move on. We have to stay positive. I mean, at least we won the last game against Bournemouth. At least. Hey, we as Chelsea cannot lose hope. Yes, currently we are 11th. Yes, we are 11th with 42 points and 34 games played, with a goal difference of -5. So as I read all these stats, I feel so bad, because I know we as Chelsea are better than this. We won the Champions League, for crying out loud. Hey, I got this to commemorate that. These were good times, but hey, we cannot live in the past and we have to move on. So in terms of team news, what has been going on? Of course, some players are out or due to injuries, and our next fixtures will be against Nottingham Forest on Saturday, 13th. No. Yes, on Saturday, 13th of May, we'll be against Nottingham Forest. So we'll be at home against Nottingham Forest. Hopefully we're able to get a win. I mean, can we at least get wins for the rest of the games this season? At least, please. At least. I mean, at this point, it's the least that we can do. We have a lot of space throughout the between the games that we are supposed to be playing. So after the Nottingham Forest game, we have Man City away, and Man City and Arsenal are on the title race. So this week is Man City, this other week is Arsenal. So Man City will definitely want to win this game, but if we're able to collect a win from Man City, do you know how happy we will be? And it will just be, of course, I don't want Arsenal to win the league, but if we're able to win against Nottingham Forest, against Man City, hey, your girl will be happy. I mean, you as a Chelsea fan will feel good. I mean, we are just struggling is another statement. We are under the mud. We are literally under the mud. So we as Chelsea, we have a lot going on. Of course, there's lots of ins and outs about running a football club. The PR, of course, the photographs, the player predictor, the Chelsea app. There's so many things. Contracts with the players, contracts with the workers, with the staff. Everything. There's a lot that goes on. So as I said once again, I will be giving Chelsea owners the benefit of that. This is their first season. They literally don't know anything about soccer, as they call it in the States. So as this season has gone by, this can be used as a learning curve. I mean, we have just not been our best. Yes, our players are quality, but this just goes to show you, if the coach is not as charismatic, if the coach is not as, that mentality, if the mentality is not there from the coach, it doesn't matter if he's good on the books, aka Graham Potter, we will not be able to make any moves. So we should take this as a learning experience. I am taking this as a learning experience, I will not lie. All the losses have been getting me down, but hey, Chelsea till I die. Hey, gotta stick with the till, yeah. Anyway, guys, according to Fabrizio Romano, now Pochettino lawyers are in talks with Chelsea on the contract. Now, initial contact was made 5 days ago, according to Matt's law. So it is looking as if Pochettino might be coming into Chelsea, but rumors have been circulating about that Frank Lampard was supposed to see Chelsea till the end of the season. But Frank Lampard, come on, guys. Hey. I think it was honorable of him for him to come and stand with the club. We had been kicked out of the Champions League, we've been kicked out of all other competitions. So him coming in and trying to motivate the boys, trying to be there for the boys, trying to incorporate young players, I think it was honorable of him. It was noble. I'd give him that. But is he the right man for the job? I don't think so. Now, in terms of the other coaches who have been ruled out, Enrique has been ruled out, Nagelsmann has been ruled out, so Pochettino is the only person. And if his lawyers are already in contact with the Chelsea owners, it's just a matter of time. So let us see how things go. As I finish off, of course, I mentioned that this season we were able to obtain so many players, so many young players, but of course, I just felt like we didn't have the right leader, the right role, the right mentality for us to go towards this season. And this season, it was not a fluke, because we just kept losing and losing and losing. I'm even surprised we're still at the 11th position. I was thinking it would have been worse, but hey, count your blessings. So in terms of the summer signings, we'll be letting go of some players. Now, in terms of Mendy, there's a high possibility that he might be leaving because of contract disagreements. Mason Mount, now Pochettino wants to include Mason Mount in his team, so perhaps he might renew his contract. Now, Pochettino has mentioned that if he is to come to Chelsea, he will incorporate a back four with Kante as the main midfielder. But guys, now there has been issues with Kovacic's contract, and I don't want us to lose him. Look at how Pep is just eyeing this player, and if we lose out on Kovacic, you see though Jorginho just went to Arsenal, and he's just doing the absolute most. So it's just like he just woke up and he's a completely different person. Although there's not so much of a difference because he's still injury prone. But we should not make such losses. Kovacic is an elite player. Let us not lose guard on this player. We cannot lose guard on this player. We might be losing some other players who are likely to also leave. Callum Hudson-Odoi will probably also leave on loan, or probably continue to, or probably look for a better team. I mean, I'll update you guys as the news come by, but we will be losing so many players. So that is what is going on in terms of Chelsea. Now, in terms of the women's club, I think I should just switch, guys. Would you guys be interested in seeing some women's content? I mean, literally we just won with a 6-0 win. I don't remember against who, because you know what? A 6-0 win? Hey. This just goes to show you, it's just, yeah, of course, they're not in the same. We don't compete the same. We cannot compare them in terms of physicality, in terms of strength. We're different, both men and women. But hey, I think we could take a few notes from the women's club. 6-0 win. 6, not 1, not 2, not 3, 6. Come on, guys. Hey, we can do better. But hey, I am so glad to be back. But other than that, I really hope you enjoyed the content. If you're new, please make sure you like the video, share it with your family and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. Your girl is now on TikTok. I'll be trying to create new content over there. So if you're new, again, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. Welcome to the channel once again, and I'm super glad to be back. Hopefully this time we'll be more consistent with the content. So thank you for watching my content, and I'll be seeing you in my next video, guys. Holla at your girl. Bye, guys.